Looking at it here, I think the biggest thing about Split is mainly the mid control and how the sages on each side will be able to delay quite a bit. And look at this already. Look at this Morph.
Yeah, they're daring anyone to jump on top of that wall. Cud, is he going to get baited? There's the Tart covers. They take their knives to his Cud. He's going to find one before he sprayed down Fidel, only gets another one. I thought maybe they're just going to go for a just full savage knife rush there. Just keep on going through on through. But in the end, it's going to be Morph still with the defender's advantage. The spike is getting planted here. B again. They forgot to clear back of sight, and they're going to be punished heavily for that one, Hound.
Very nicely done here from from Morph. 2 rounds in their pocket already will definitely be very, very precarious for members of MITH. With 2 rounds behind, it definitely creates this slight economy difference here between Morph and MITH. Considering that Morph were able to win those 2 rounds very convincingly, they will be able to push it out, especially since the anti-eco round was so effective against members of MITH. And we do see that everyone will be able to go for the full buy. Maybe there's going to be a mixed buy here from Morph compared to MITH.
They don't quite have enough there to upgrade. I'm always really interested in seeing teams' reactions. I think on normal maps, you don't really mind not upgrading your Spectres because you need that 2nd or maybe even 3rd round bonus. But on a map like this, where you kind of need this round on defense, we'll see here. Morph, again, we see them play incredibly defensively. They don't have any interest in defending this beat take, as Nugent will be able to punish Fat Penguin, who was peeking over from the rafters.
Alright, so we do see here coming in from Cud. Morph right now may actually go into a very interesting spot as he decides to go to his tower.
Again, look at this. Look at even where the enemy Sage is located as Morph. Now they're going to go for the retake. A great wall, though, will keep that enemy Sage outside of sight here for a little bit longer, as you say, let me in, let me in. I'm supposed to be on the other side of this thing now. She will now get the entrance onto sight, finds a kill onto one. Famous as well with the explosive pack. We'll be able to blow up Boom Barappa, but Paraffin is going to be able to delete that Sage, who was now trying to flank. Now it's down to the 2v1.
2v1 here, and not going to be enough for Morph, as a MITH will be able to take this round away. 3 rounds in as we go into round number 4. Final
should be set to win this round here. Again, it is going to be split, so we could see some shenanigans, but it seems to be, again, that B rush with MITH have favored thus far as they kick it off now with the Guardian, getting that 2-tap now onto Fat Penguin.
Fat Penguin tastes a little bit of the Guardian here, as Morphs are famous right now with the Bucky. Is going to be not going to have that much in terms of range. Decides to go for the paint shells.
He does have that showstopper though, Hound. You got to be careful for that.
Oh yeah, he does. And that's something that they have to be very wary of here, especially considering that if they decide to get very, very clumped together. I do like the fact that they are going to be rushing. They might actually go for this retake onto B. And this is where most of the fights may actually slow it down. Patiban decides to go for the paint shells, slows down members of MITH by quite a bit. There goes the smoke, as well as the wall, like you said, the aggressive play, the how do I say this? Oh wait, but before that, though, Famous gets taken down.
But they need to start defusing now, though. That bomb continues to accelerate. They're not going to get the chance, as MITH will equalize your 2 apiece. The eco damage, oh, that's a bit better for them now, as we will have to rebuy on the Jet.
From this point of view, right, I did like the fact that MITH actually used the Sage wall in a very aggressive manner to stop the push. It's very anti-push, right?
Yeah.
So it actually slows them down by quite a bit, and also because of the sound cue that comes, it actually reveals quite a lot for MITH to basically hold on to some of these angles and readjust. But looking at how Morph has been doing here, it could be a very interesting game because it's going to be 2 for 2 thus far. We'd like to see how Morph, actually Morph try to steal this a little bit ahead.
They looked away too quickly. Wow, Fidel's going to get 2 before being picked off there by Nugent. A very, very big win there, but it's already popped off there. 3 dead on the side of MITH versus the 2 for Morph, as they will not be able to force them outside of the heaven. But the spike actually being rotated on through. Raze is not going to find anyone here on their long journey out from A through now B markets into low and mid site, and the bomb is being rotated over here. Brimstone could be very, very caught off guard. I don't think he's going to expect to be coming from defender spawn.
30 seconds
this
left.
is going to be something of a wildcard here from the side of
heaven,
MITH.
that could be a problem.
Towards A.
I'm surprised they're not sending anyone to clear out heaven. Everyone's still just holding their ground. They've completely relinquished. Look at this. No one contesting the sites right now, Hound. No one contesting them at all.
I am just as confused as you are, to be honest. New Gen as well
10
as
seconds left.
Boom Barappa have been able to move to A
Spike
without any kind of punishment, without any kind of contention. And this immediately is very, very bad for the side of Morph here, mainly because that, yes, they do have the 3-man advantage over members of MITH.
Look up picture. Everyone's walking. The bomb's planted. Put a pep in your step, boys. Let's get moving here. But no, they're playing it slow, calm, and patiently. As the 2 members from MITH are going to rotate into heaven, this is where it might be popping off as the Raze ulti will be used. But Famous is not going to scout anyone to use this on. They're going to shoot it over there. That's going to let them know there's not anyone there. But New Gen lets the presence be known by finding the trade onto one. It's down to the 1v1 scenario. And Boom Barappa able to clutch this one out. What a round!
I don't know about you, but Boom Barappa just clutched it out.
Generally, it's just really, really hard to take a site. Like, it's hard for both sides, right? We saw that obviously play out there, but if you just relinquish control of the sites, I think this map is not going to be the easiest for you because there are so many angles that you can get advantageous peaks. Maybe you can even get a 2v1. So many 90-degree angles that you're not going to be able to check perfectly there. Even, pardon me, MITH started off that round by losing 2 people to the Sage there and still ended up winning.
This is a very interesting choice here for Morph to actually get this wall off and basically wall off Garage. And I think that is I don't think it's the most efficient way because they'll be able, it doesn't slow them down by that much, to be honest.
A-rush. Yeah, they're already upside. They're going to be real loud and obnoxious about this one. It's the Molly straight into the cluster nades as well, as that's not going to be a very happy Raze. Getting healed up by the Sage, so they know one is going to be Raptors, is in through A main. They go, cut it over to B. The Sage is like, all right, I guess I'll come over, but in the meantime, Morph are able to melt 2. They're on eco here, so a 3 versus 2 is actually pretty advantageous for them, as New Gen will be able to finally pick off that Raze.
New Gen picks up Famous. Nicely done, as we do see the Cypher's going to be uploading as, it's going to be the Love Family that takes it down. The Love Family with 4 on to Fidelwov, his final kill for this game.
But I'm telling you, that's where a lot of the strength here comes from. That mid control, yes, of course, but also just holding sites and being as annoying as possible, letting those rotations come in, and then trying to get a 2-pronged attack onto your enemies. If they just let this go too easily, I could really see this one slipping away in the defensive half, which is never something you see.
I find it really sad here from the side of Morph. They were able to win the first 2 rounds. However, MITH have been 4 in a row thus far in terms of round 1. So I think this could be putting a bit of a hamper for the side of Morph. They did come off from that eco round. It is not going to be the strongest kind of economy coming in from Morph, but they will be able to at least buy it out here for at least the next few rounds. For MITH, however, I'm pretty sure that they are doing pretty well in terms of the economy.
This is 4 straight for them, so they got plenty of money in the bank right now. Morph unable to really find too much eco kills, too much damage. As I like that little play, just getting a little boom buddy, give them a little bit of a trampoline as they will start rotating people over. 45 seconds left. It's quite a small map here, so we could still see a rotation towards A, possibly as the Omen lurking on through. Yeah, mid lane, they're gonna just dodge each other out yet again. That's gonna cause some confusion. The Brimstone's like, what? Where did this Omen come from? He's going to be completely blindsided now as the call is being made to go over towards A. Omen did a great opportunity here to land a huge pick here onto the Brimstone, and that will be the A site control just given over, although they're gonna... No, it's actually Freya who gets the pick, and now this is going to be a very bad push. MITH are going to be running probably into a lot of trouble here as control of Heaven is completely secured here for Morph.
Alright, so we do see that it is going to be a smoke onto Raptors. I don't know whether or not this is going to be a very wise choice for the side of MITH, but it seems that they're making it work somehow or another here. Another one by New Gen. New Gen right now definitely going to be taking out another... Excuse me, Patipet is going to take out onto Freya. There goes the Patience onto Cut. I don't think Cut will be able to make anything work out here. May consider saving this out.
Yeah, they're going to be in some trouble here. That's exactly right. The save might be deemed necessary. 1v4, very unlikely as he continues to just lurk on through the site. They might be peeking him though, as now they're going to make the call to back up. MITH, they as well would do well to maybe look for an exit frag, but if they can't find one, it's not really anything to sweat about it. So they're very, very happy now to get 5 rounds in a row. There's only going to be 1 rifle out on the side here of Morph, at least 1 rifle with armor that is, on the side here of MITH. So I think they can be really happy because he had a really, really rough time there in the first half.
I think that it
In the
is
first map, sorry.
Yeah, it is going to be very tough for MITH to come back to basically push out from that first game. It was a pretty crushing defeat from them. However, looking at the second map, we do see MITH right now with all of the tempo and all of the lead here, and it seems that the Indonesian team is suffering by quite a bit here. May not be able to hamper quite a bit to dampen the offense that is coming in from the side of MITH. Maybe they might be waiting out to switch on towards the side of defense. However, considering the lead that's happening for the side of MITH, it could be bad for them here if they could let a considerable lead from the side of MITH build up.
And like literally, MITH could probably afford to stack 2 mid, 2 B, and just leave the Cypher all alone A. Him alone is going to be able to lay the push enough to dissuade Morph from deciding to go for any further action, as Nugent's going to find his second pick with the operator this round. Sets up for a defense here in the back of site, and this should again be MITH just taking this round fairly uncontested again. I think Morph, their strategy works on all the other maps except for this one.
Yeah, it does try to work out, but Boom Barapa will be able to take down Freya here. 2 members left, and it might be a flawless round for MITH if they keep this up. Maybe it might be another save here from the side of Morph. I think it should be wise from Cut as well as the Omen to actually just not go for it. But I think this might be an opportunity to get an exit frag from Cut.
You'll see here as his crosshairs not very well placed. Unfortunately, Cut is going to lose that rifle, and we need to make sure to evacuate the site. Fat Penguin holding down and hunkering down here rather in the mid lane. I don't think they're going to be able to scout him as the entire team gets together for the group picture there. Selfie.
Oh my goodness, Fat Penguin takes 2.
That's a really good start here. He's using to teleport straight into the slow orb. But no, I think a big difference is this Brimstone. I don't think the Brimstone really gets much accomplished this map. As Cud. There we go. 3 kills here on the Thrifty round. It's going to be absolutely huge here from Morph. That'll go on full buy here for the next round, as now they should have at least 2 or 3 guns now, having taken a lot of control. Two guns, it looks like, as they're going to be able to recover the Lurker's gun from long, and maybe the Lurker's gun here from B. But it will be the call to head here over to this B site. We do have some control of Heaven here, but mostly mid lane control here for the side of Morph, so they still could be in some trouble, as the Jet's ulti will now be used to try and get into this site. But now they know.
Oh, nice. Fat Penguin will be able to take down Nugent. Boom Barapa will be able to take down another one. Thrifty goes over towards Morph, and it seems that a semblance of hope has been breathed.
Hit the round with a very, very nice Vandal. Save yourself a bit of credit. So Morph now with this round have put themselves in a very, very good position here, especially if they can take this round. MITH are pretty much going to have to concede the next round as well, unless they just somehow, the ultis aren't going to line up. Jet's already used the knife, so they won't have that one. But with this Sage ult still here currently that MITH are holding on to, they might still be able to sneak something here, but we'll see. This is going to be a very important round, but MITH already up to 6, and like I say, you really just need 5 on this half, especially with their lineup, with the Cypher. I think MITH, it's too early to call here, but they're setting themselves up beautifully here for the switch. We still have 2 more rounds after this one here. It's the operator shot. Is going to miss somehow so many targets, a target-rich environment, and they're going to miss too many. Now death from above now, as it is going to be the man from Heaven finding a few heroes before Nugent is able to land the operator shot to the face of Cud. As Patafan, not going to find anyone there, waiting in screens. It's a 3v2 here in favor of MITH, and they set themselves up very nicely here to hold on to the A.
A nice resurrection there coming in from the side of MITH, if I'm not mistaken, to get back Boom Barapa, if I'm not mistaken. Or wait, I may be mistaken on who she resurrected, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the Raze, I think, for the side of MITH. Oh, now we do see Fidel Wow as well, getting the res on to Raze as well.
Showstopper is gonna have the map on open, but he gets the kill on the Nugent there as the Hoof family sprays down 3, gets a 4K.
Very convincingly away from Morph, and I think that there could be some problems for the side of MITH here, for the side of Morph here, because it is going to be quite I really can't see what's going on here, actually, to be honest.
Hey, we can see the map very clearly, and luckily on a map like Split, that's how you really need to look at here.
Yeah.
You can see the wall down mid, so we have a few lurkers. The Spike actually a bit in a precarious situation there, as Padafen will be able to get the kill onto the Fat Penguin here. I'm looking on our other monitor here, which seems to have the feed as Cuddy's setting up here for a very defensive position here. On board still with the Love family, with this map wide open. He's got this GPS now good to go, telling him to head straight and follow this cipher.
All right, so looking at Love Family now, he is going to be going up onto ropes, and it is more interestingly enough going to be heading towards a lobby. May consider that push on to A here, but it's got to be very wary that from screens it is going to be someone looking down. Oh, we do see Famous there. We'll be able to take the participant on the kill feed. There is going to be a 3-man push, a 4-man push actually coming in, but we do see the ultimate coming in from Boom Burapa on to the side of A. So this is going to be very good. We'll be able to get that plant in onto the A side corner, closest towards screen. A back is still relatively open, as screens will have the Omen and heading towards defender spawn. A final one is going to be at mid-bottom heading towards B-Link.
Yep. We can see still on board here with the Love family, as MITH have now gotten the plant here. They are setting themselves here very nicely. We see Cud over in B, but they're not really going to find anyone there. Just hoping to save and try and make a difference here on this final round upcoming. But 8-3, maybe even 8-4 even is still a really big win here for the defenders on Split.
All right, so we do see MITH now going to be just holding on towards what they do.
Wow,
Cud will be able to take down.
Wow, big kills. Big eco damage, and that's the operator now in the hands of Cud.
Very nicely done here. Give Cud an operator. It could be a bad one. This is going to be the last round before we change it to before we change sides.
This goes here.
So I don't know about you, but this is going to be one of those situations where it's all or nothing for the side of Morph to actually try to get another one. And there, it could be... All right, so our problems have been solved, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's just, you know, we talk about this map so much. We did the map challenge earlier. We really wanted you to focus. It's like subliminal message. Remember the map.
Remember the map. Yes.
It's coming up. It's coming up. Alvaro might have us draw it for how long it's been burned into our memories now here, Hound, as we're going to be on board still with the Love family, but Fidel now trying to hold this corner up to the wall goes the Love family, and down goes Fidel. Wow, says thank you very much for the lift, my friend. Jet looking for the killer, nearly getting sprayed down. They're lucky to not take any hits, as now it's going to be MITH looking to try and secure this 9th round, which puts them in a very, very strong position.
All right, looking at how Morph is going to be moving around. The map is in the way again. All right, it's gone. So we do see Cut right now holding on with the operator, switching over towards Freya here, moving towards screens, trying to get maybe a semblance of information. Not going to be getting anything at all. It's going to be a 3v3 with a bit of a rush towards B, and that could be a win here for the side of MITH.
It could spell disaster, though. We still have this operator on Cud. Great position as well by the Rays, who's going to be able to listen to any footsteps, but they're not going to trust that intel, actually. They're going to make the rotations. I do like this call, though. They're going to be sweeping the map with both of these rotations, and now they should know. Yep, the Jet now going back to B, but they've already lost crucial time, and that's time MITH can use to set up the defense here. They will be approaching here from 2 separate angles. Make that only 1 now, as it's going to be Cud up in heaven, trying to find anyone in back of sight, as there's going to be the res as well, making this a 4v2. They really want this 9th round, Hound.
They really want it, and I think that that's just going to help them a lot. They will be able to concede a few rounds, whether it's early on, but they don't want to be losing that out. Very good use of the Roomba there, just to get some information.
Boom Buddy getting sniped by Cud, who sees 3 enemies there, nearly lining up for the double. He's going to find only 1, but traded back down immediately after. 9-3.
As we approach the start of this round, what are you looking forward to here from either side of the team for Morph and MITH? Seek.
Yeah, I mean, what I like to see here, and what we need to see from Morph, at least from Myth. All right, what we need to see from Myth for them to secure this is that they have to be able to dig in here. That's pretty easy to do. You can already see Cypher almost by his lonesome holding A. Since it's the pistol round, Myth are more eager to rotate more bodies over earlier on to make sure that they don't get completely ran over in this site. As for Morph, I don't think the slow methodical approach is really going to be working out very well for them here on this map. I think we've definitely seen this a few times before, and on Haven it can definitely work because you have that advantage. Even on the defensive side, they played nice and patiently, but here it's a whole different ball game as Fiddlewell looking for a quick pick. Look at this aggression now, building up that wall. It's going to get the a little bit of the paranoia, however, will force him back as this Sage, while slowly expiring, more going to be forced around a few times, but it will be Myth drawing first blood here in this half. It's the classic all the way down to B main, and that might be now another pistol in the hands of Myth, but the A push is successful here. Bomb already in the site, and Spike will be being planted, so at least Morph will be able to force the issue here a little bit. Boom Barappa rotating in and around is on to A heaven, goes the rest of the team. The classics with the crossfire, they're able to get a 1-for-1 trade though, and with Myth having the bodies, although not for long, as Fat Penguin able to put down 2 in the span of 3 shots, or well, 3 in the span of 3 shots here, as that's just a fantastic bit of shooting out from him. It's going to be all up to him though. With the classic here, NewGen actually has a really nice advantage as long as he's able to scout out his enemy here, as we are cutting to the replay now, but on board here with the picture-in-picture, it is going to be the Jet still able to take it, to defuse with plenty of time, as well as it will be Myth taking this 10th round.
Very nicely done here for Myth. 10 rounds in their pocket, and it seems as Myth has quite a bit of quite a bit here working for them.
Yep, indeed. As we can see that Myth now with the anti-eco lineup, Morph are definitely in a bit of a pinch here, and more than just financially here, as they're at risk of losing the entire map, just based already on the round score. I mean, not even taking the eco into account for Morph. There we go, the bit of aggression here, full bind now, especially with the SMG here, is able to get a really, really good bit of damage in.
Alright, oh my goodness, we do see Myth right now losing out 2 members here, but it seems that Myth much will be able to get the pump and dump onto Morph, as we do see that it is going to be Fat Penguin that goes for the spike drop. Will it be enough though, as he does hold on towards this 2v1 situation? Mushroom now, spots it out, going to be at A back here, as one is going to go for it, and it's not going to be enough. Mushroom will be able to take him down with the stinger beautifully onto Fat Penguin, and it is going to be the round for the side of Myth.
I like this, giving even the ultimate point here over to the Sage. They know that can really be the difference maker straight. Yeah, of chances to at least get that additional 1. So very, very impressive stuff. They actually don't have the best eco either, having full bout and actually getting knocked down to only 2 members standing at the end of that one. So it's not really looking all that fantastic here for them either in terms of their economy. Boom Barappa though, that's a fantastic pick. And look at them, they're going to try and run away, but Cud forcing the issue there with another SMG. They are able to trade, so it's still going to be a 4 versus 3 in favor of Myth, as they still look to hold on to the site. A little bit of an explosive pack launched on in, as Cud will glance over at that, just kind of, but ignoring it, but as NewJet spraying through the smoke, picks up the kill onto the enemy Jet. That Penguin here only with a classic. They're trying to look forward. The call has been made to get the Cypher into sight, but it's going to be a 1 versus 3.
Morph, however, slowly building up the economy, but it is all or nothing here. Quite a bit, as they have 9 flawless rounds for them to consider. Morph cut right now in a very hard spot, has to crawl towards the mail room here, but nothing is going to be punished. We do see smokes from the side of Morph being dropped down on to a mail room, as well as a mid onto ropes. I think that's going to not be that much of an issue, but Famous right now getting into a fight with Myth. Patiban.
And this is like a really difficult situation. Morph find themselves in. Oh, nice job there to cross, slowed down and lit up, but still alive. There is Cud. Will actually get the kill here onto Myth. That should make make that be a lot easier to take. There is still actually a Sage still holding here in a very, very peculiar situation, but Fidel, wow, is able to pick him off, and a very, very nice entrance into the B site. Beautifully done here by Morph. That will be their 4th round here for them. Unfortunately, as I was saying, Myth are still going to have plenty of money to play with here. They're going to have enough for a full rebuy, and even maybe maybe they can actually afford to save to make sure they can get even more rounds in a row. Stack up that loss bonus just to make sure they're capped for their eco. Like I said, it's we're out of the group stage, so the round difference bonus doesn't matter anymore. It's all about getting this win. Are you really willing to give up maybe 2 rounds now? Probably not. I think if you're Myth, you just want to get it over with and full buy here, but something to consider here as we will be saving on the Cypher.
Right. Rather interesting to note that Morph right now is going to be able to get this round, but still 8 rounds flawlessly. Morph has got to play it like that.
I don't know. It's an interesting call. I'm not gonna lie, but the 2 Buckies I'm a big fan of. Obviously, I don't even need to say it anymore. But it's kind of a forced situation here. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, but they will at least have that round bonus to work with.
Yeah, I hope that they will be able to actually cinch this out, but Patipa now opens up onto Freya. This is going to be a very interesting turn of events, Seek.
Yeah, Morph is already into A, though they just were able to find the Lurker. A 4v4 scenario now as Cud is able to trade 1 away. Myth, they don't have the best weapons here to contend with this, but they do have the knives, at the very least, of our Sage to try and dispatch of this push.
All right, as we're going to be seeing it here, going to be one of those fights between these 2 teams. It's going to be 4v4, 12 rounds in. Oh my goodness, new gen onto 1, but it's not going to be enough at Penguin. We will take him down. Partipan with the showstopper onto Fidel. Wow, famous, taken down Mushroom. This is going to not be enough for the side of Myth. Another round goes over to Morph.
They're forcing the issue so much here. Do you see a different reason? Okay, I think they're just doing it to please me here with the 3 Buckies, so now I have to be in favor of it. But be the contrarian here. Yell at me. Why is this a bad idea?
Okay, now basically for the side of Myth, excuse me, it definitely is going to be bad. Why? Because it doesn't allow them to basically. Oh, wait a minute. Famous took down Boom Burapa. Yeah. Okay, so looking at how that actually transpires here, in the sense that it doesn't allow for some of these long-range, mid-range shots, right? They have to fight out all of these fights in a sense that Morph cannot. Morph will not actually want to be close towards members of Myth. Wait a minute, New Gen actually was aimed towards Morph.
Oh, they know that there's an operator here. You saw him. New Gen's like, I want this so bad, but I have no idea where they actually are located here. Hiding in that corner. Does not wanting to peek towards mid. Does not want to swing out. He knows that there's plenty of enemy agents, well, at least 2 here, but he's going to maybe now get some information that they are trickling away. Going to try towards B instead after getting the opening pick. The Sage Wall shortly to time out as Freya will now call in the smokes. They're going to make a fake push here, trying to draw out 1, but New Gen, he's smarter than that. He's like, no, that's a bait. He's like, I can go in a bit later as Mushroom. He's going to at least hear 1, at least 2 now. Another Sage Wall going up here from Morph. It's going to force Cut along the or forced to take this more scenic route here through the site. Oh, he could be in some trouble, but actually the Sage just not peeked. They might not know the Sage is here, Hound.
Exactly, and that's the thing that I feel that's going to be very interesting, very good. Oh no! Come on, get him! Cut gets 2 onto Mushroom, onto New Gen, tries to get another one. Love Family will take him down, and there goes Fat Penguin onto Patipan, and it's going to be a 1v4 fight. Morph coming back into this fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Myth is, I don't want to say they're playing with them here, but the double Bucky strat there is definitely a little bit questionable. Nice shot there from the Love Family. He can actually get some really serious eco damage going. That's going to be a 3k for him. He will not get the 4k. Famous himself here, and they're going to get the operator now up for New Gen.
All right, now looking at how this is going to be working out for members of Morph here, they do have to force this out onto Myth, and I do believe that this is going to be one of the those games that almost get to get from New Gen onto the side of Morph. Luckily enough, it wasn't going to be the case for the side of Morph. I've always enjoyed the fact that we could actually go into a game number 3. Yeah. However, looking at how this is working out here, Morph may actually say, "Oh, we don't want to go into game.
I think it's still a little too early to call it. I don't want to
but they're working it out though.
But here's the thing, right? Morph, it's a full buy from them every round. They got good eco. I mean, obviously, they lose a round, that's it. The game's over. So their eco doesn't really matter. They're just looking to full buy 24/7. But the thing that is relevant is they do have 4 ults available here at the moment, right? So I think Myth would do well to try and bait a few of these out. Because even if you lose a round, but you get 2 or even 3 ults, or even just the Sage res out from the side of Morph, that makes that 13th round so much easier to take. Even if you are going to be ill-equipped, you just can't let them get that ult charges off again. So that could be the difference maker here, right? That is going to be something to take into consideration. Yes, your eco, but also your spell availability here, if you can call it that.
Okay.
In they go. They're using 2 of them here actually voluntarily. Maybe in a third, the rocket fuse is not going to be able to last long enough for him to find a kill. Smoking off, but they still have 1 insight. It's the Omen lurking around. They're going to be here in the bomb being planted. Boom Barap getting 1. The spike getting dropped. Fat Pickwood, he came here to do one thing, and that's to plant that bomb. And he is going to get that one done, but unfortunately now the defuse, no one can actually really afford to stop this one. The enemies might be revealed, but it's not going to matter. They're going to be able to stick that while Boom Barappa gets the 3 kills and the defuse to clutch the game, clutch the round, that is, for Myth. We're going to map number 3.
Well, game 3 is